What you see there on your screen right now is the fourth or maybe fifth script that I wrote for this video. I spent over 1,000 hours easily on Fate Grand Order. It has been a huge part of my life. I have been looking forward to make this video for the longest time because of all of those factors. Every time I got close to finishing a script or while I was doing previous voiceovers for this video, it just felt wrong to me, like I had done the game some sort of injustice or left my thoughts sort of unsaid, maybe left the paper a little bit blank. Sometimes it felt like I was painting a picture that was not exactly what I felt about the game. So this time, I'm not going to use a script. This is me talking about Fate Grand Order straight from the heart. Walking into Fate Grand Order was a experience, to say the least. It was new, it was special, it was the first gacha game I had ever played in my entire life, and I had no idea what a gacha game really was until I did. I just opened it up because I love the Fate franchise so much. I had been a fan since I watched Fate Zero almost a decade ago. The Prologue Chapter, Fuyuki, was a massive throwback to Fate Zero. People in the community don't like the Prologue Chapter or the few chapters that came after it because they say they're slow and not very well written. Well, I wholeheartedly disagree with all of those sentiments. The somewhat pseudo-philosophical dialogue between Marsh and Mozart is brilliant to me. Even if it's not the best, it's what made me fall in love with the game. Some of the characters in the first Singularity, like Mary over here, have some of the most exquisitely written sweet nothings that I've ever seen in my entire life. And after I'd fallen in love with the game, there was nothing left to do except keep playing it. Even through some of the most boring chapters, like London, that was a bore fest from beginning to end. And the second chapter, which was just I was having fun throughout all the boring ones, throughout all the exciting ones. Some chapters like Camelot, it was so beautifully well written, the characters were amazing, the plot was fantastic. There were some things that I did not see coming whatsoever. The story just kept getting better and better no matter where I looked. Part 1.5 had great character design. It did not progress the plot in any manner, but it was a massively fun time running through it. Some of my favorite characters actually came from that part, like Abby over here or Musashi. I was so influenced by Musashi, in fact, that I read the Book of Five Rings and became a fan of the historical figure and not just the big titty anime girl. And some of the best story in this game comes from events. This event in particular, Murder of the Kagetsukan, is some of the greatest event story I've ever seen. It's brilliant, it's riveting, it's emotional, it's beautiful. Other events might be weird sometimes, some might be cute, some might be straight up annoying, but every event is different and new and it gives people something new to engage with. Beyond the story, Fate Grand Order has a massive cast of characters, and the way it develops them is quite peculiar. That might be because they're all based on historical figures, but it takes a lot of time as a writer to develop characters in a manner that would make people attached to them, that would make people feel something for those characters. And it takes a certain level of expertise in writing to accomplish any level of that, and to the level of success that Fate Grand Order does it is remarkable to say the least. Then there's the music for the game. I'm quite sure that people would say that the FGO soundtrack is not very special, and games like Dragalia Lost have much better soundtracks. And as a player of Arknights, I have seen my fair share of EPs that just sound absolutely fantastic and are extremely well produced. But it's the deployment of certain tracks in Fate Grand Order that sets it right apart from anything else that I've ever played. FateGo has the perfect music for every opportunity, and sometimes I just log into the game to go into my room, look at the archives, and use this brilliant little feature they have to exchange in-game materials for unlocking soundtracks. Now, all of that aside, let's talk about the gacha experience for a second. Surprise! Fate Grand Order does not follow any concept of pity. So, how does the FGO gacha experience feel? It feels like a true lottery. A lot of people might say that since Fate Grand Order has no pity system, it's an endless and vicious cycle of rolling. I don't feel that at all. I mean, sure, it has happened to me sometimes that I've saved for a unit and not gotten that unit, but there's a certain level of satisfaction that you get when you do get a very high rated unit. It feels like a true victory. Pity systems are what makes a gacha game truly predatory in my opinion, which might be incorrect. It is my opinion after all, you're free to disagree, but I feel like FateGo really makes it feel like a lottery. Either you win or you lose. In other gacha games who do follow the pity system, the emotion you get is not of victory, it's relief, and I don't want to be relieved when I play these games. I want to be happy, And I guess that's the point of this video. Out of all the gacha games I've played so far, Fate Grand Order has made me the happiest, and that is why I think it is the greatest gacha game to ever exist. Few other games have ever made me feel the way Fate Go does. And sure, this might be overly romanticized or even exaggerated, that's how it may sound to some of you, but for me, FGO changed my life, and I'll forever be grateful for it. I play FGO daily, even today, and I'll keep doing it till the servers keep running.